Hi there, Gemini. I hope you guys are doing well. Marcel and I are over here to do a little bit of a reading. I'm feeling a little better today, and I figure maybe I can do one reading a day. So we'll see. I don't know if many of you have read what I posted on YouTube, but I recently found out that I need to. I saw a surgeon, and basically they said that I need to have a double fusion in my neck due to stenosis and bone spur and yeah, some stuff going on in there. So I've been kind of laying low, but I would like to do a reading for you today. I'm bored out of my mind, and I miss doing readings, so we're gonna do a reading for you, okay? I've already picked out the cards here because shuffling is I've been kind of like, you know, it's much easier that way for me right now. I can't shuffle with my arm like this. I can't feel my left arm. My hands, my fingers are numb, and my left arm is pretty much numb right now. So just trying to move through it. But anyways, let's get into it. So this whole reading, it's interesting just because it feels like you guys are getting away from something that doesn't resonate with you anymore about a person or a relationship. There's something, it feels like, through a certain amount of either trauma or connection between you and a person that may have resonated in the past. It's like you've kind of seen an unveiling of things perhaps on their side that also basically coincide with your growth. And what I'm feeling here is that there may have been some sort of change in how you view somebody because you may not resonate with them anymore. And perhaps there may have been either codependency involved, toxicity, drug addiction, whatever. It just feels like you're not resonating with someone anymore. But sorry about the creaking, my friend is upstairs. But the beauty of this is that through that experience, it almost feels like you were able to find a lot about yourself, find out a lot about yourself, and really pursue something completely different, you know, in whatever area of life you choose. But it feels like you've kind of unraveled some new pieces in your life. So let me read the cards for you right now. We have happiness, guilt, community, the Eight of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the High Priestess. You have the Two of Cups in reverse and the Seven of Cups in reverse. For the clarifying the Eight of Wands, you have the Three of Pentacles. Clarifying the Ace of Wands, you have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. High Priestess, the Devil in reverse. Two of Cups in reverse. Seven of Wands. Seven of Cups in reverse. Ten of Wands, the Tower. Four of Pentacles, okay? And these bottoms of the decks, we have the Queen of Cups and the Death card. So some of you may be dealing with Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Scorpio energy a little bit more so present in this reading with the Tower, the Queen of Cups, and Death. But let's get into it. So there's a couple of aspects here, little messages and layers that I want to let you know on. Like some of you also too may be getting messages from, what is that banging? Some of you may be getting messages from a person or from some sort of, I don't know, company, business, whatever. It feels like that also propels you in a direction that is better for you. This is for some of you. I feel like some of you may be coming up when it comes around to money or the type of connections. Perhaps it feels like there's an increase there for some of you as well. It also feels like your connections with other people, you may be having to kind of like dim your shine because somebody might get jealous of something that you've either acquired or that you're doing in your life. So that sounds a little bit strange, but it's almost like you might be kind of not expressing yourself fully because you don't want to hurt somebody, or, you know, finding a certain level of happiness in your life. You see that other people or a person are not there. They're not feeling that. And so you kind of like hold that back. Be careful about that, just because when good things happen in your life, it's important to embrace them. It's important to celebrate them and enjoy them. And you cannot spare somebody their own ego by dimming your shine. You know, they're going to be butthurt about whatever it is, if, you know, if they're jealous or not. It feels like for some of you Geminis, though, it feels like there's an increase in money. When I put these cards out, the first thing that came to me was, okay, so maybe like news of, I don't want to say like an inheritance, but like the lottery came to me, or like finding out that you have accumulated some sort of money out of the blue. It feels like that to me, for some of you, okay? So I do want to say that little bit right there, that's a little piece here, but be careful about being guilty for your happiness. That's not something that you should feel guilty about. Anytime you celebrate your life, it brings more abundance and happiness into your life. So continue to do that. If somebody is in your family or in your friends group or your partner even that's jealous about something that maybe and it doesn't have to be money or lottery, but like if somebody's jealous about how you're moving along in your life, how you are coming up in your life, it's really, I feel like whatever connection that is, you've had enough experience with them to know, okay, this isn't good for me to be around that type of energy, because it doesn't honor me, it doesn't celebrate me, it doesn't take me into consideration for the beautiful being that I am deserving of this. A lot of people get jealous for all these different reasons, and it's unfortunate because those that hold that type of jealousy stay within that energy, and they almost perpetuate their own demise, whether it be financially or through friendships or whatever sense of lack they are experiencing. They will continue to persist in that, and I feel like you're getting away from it, most definitely. So, for you guys, as far as relationships are concerned, we have this Eight of Wands with the Three of Pentacles on the bottom. So it's like we have this eagerness to talk to people. We have this eagerness to connect with people and enjoy ourselves. And I feel like that's important to you. Or we also may be talking about the type of connection that you have with your current partner, where, we need to talk about the way that you connect. The Three of Pentacles is going to definitely give us more of a balanced communication within our friendship groups, within our work, within our closest people. And there's a lot of, free-flowing communication here, or at least there should be. I do feel that there is, though. We have moving in next to it, we have the Ace of Wands right here, which is about power, direction, desire. It's creativity and getting things moving in the right direction. This is a beautiful combination here, just because it really tells me that good things are happening, good things are coming up. I feel like your spirits are lifting in a lot of ways. And with the Five of Pentacles here, whatever has been in a sense of lack, whether it be money, whether it be your friendships are lacking, your connections, I feel like here you're recognizing, it's like you've been kind of quietly keeping things to yourself, but you're recognizing where those things don't serve you anymore. Those types of connections don't serve you anymore. When you're around those types of people, you actually notice your energy being brought down. And so it's important to really pay attention to that, because right now I feel like you kind of have this energy of get up and go, move, create, be boisterous and bombastic, enjoy yourself. And I feel like that's not resonant with another person, or it's like you have this kind of like push and pull with another person. And I feel that you've been considerate about them for long enough, and now it's time to consider yourself. And with the High Priestess here, I feel like you've been holding that in. It feels like with the Devil in reverse with that too, you're more so willing to open up now about the things that you've kind of felt with a person, open up about how things don't work, open up, perhaps about how through their darkness, you've actually been able to, it's almost like a dual path. It's like through their darkness, you've been able to also recognize your light. You've been able to come through. And I think that that's wonderful. And it's like, I guess I want you to like verbalize it, express it, be expressive about it. Because right now what it feels is if like we have these opportunities being presented, but we're almost ashamed of either having them or almost ashamed of experiencing them, because another person, it will conflict with another person's perception of how or what you are deserving of. And you need to be careful of that, okay? And if it's not another person in your life, then it's you figuring out how to let go of some of the toxic, traits that we have, and everybody has them. Nobody's perfect. It's going to change and shift. That's how it is. But it's like, at least we recognize some of these things: the toxic attachments, codependencies, drug addiction, things that weigh you down, things that don't allow you to experience your totality, things that muffle your heart, things that also really shut out your psychic abilities. I do want to say that too with the High Priestess there. Especially here, like drug addiction and overuse of drugs, smoking too much pot, drinking, anything that keeps you tied into a thing that doesn't allow you to experience or express what you're going through or what you need to go through. It's time to really take that into consideration and phase it out. Moving on, we have the Two of Cups here in reverse with the Seven of Swords. So again, it's interesting just because you have the Devil in reverse and the Seven of Swords up here. It feels like it's kind of reaching a zenith, reaching a point where that type of behavior isn't something that you want to deal with. It's not something that you can cultivate anymore. It's not healthy for you to be part of. So what do? We let it go, I want to say this though too, just because the Seven of Swords, it can talk about people who cheat, who steal, who lie, people who disregard you entirely. It can talk about people going to jail. But what I'm feeling here too with this, it doesn't feel so harsh to me. And I say that here with the Devil, the Seven of Swords, the Ten of Wands, the Tower, and the Four of Pentacles. These are all really, and the Five of Pentacles in reverse. These are all really kind of heavy cards, but I feel it's more introspective. I don't necessarily feel that it's, somebody could have been terrible to you, but I almost feel like with the Seven of Swords here, this energy can also talk about removing yourself because you work better on your own, or whatever you're going to endeavor in, you will work better on your own if you are by yourself, if you kind of seclude your energy, because that also trails into the future here. You have the High Priestess in the middle of this reading here with these tarot cards. The High Priestess is all about psychic ability, trusting that, endeavoring into pursuits of esoteric science, astrology, the inner worlds, the inner kingdom. She's very secretive. Not like secretive, like she's trying to keep a secret, but she's inward. It's the inner worlds. It's the things that are not seen and available to, regular people. So insight, but again, reserved, quiet, kind of secretive, and I feel like you're kind of going through this change and metamorphosis at this time. And it also feels with this that you're actively letting go of things that don't work for you. They stick you down, they hold you down, and it's not healthy. Capricorn energy as well for some of you, okay? Here you have the Seven of Cups in reverse. So something that you really kind of struggled with as far as like letting go, moving forward. What do I need to do? Which direction? Who am I? What do I feel? What do I feel about the situation? Like, it's something that you've carried for a long time here with the Ten of Wands. It's something that you've considered for a long time, and it feels like there's a level of burden. Oh God. Sorry, you guys. Hang on. It feels like there's a level of burden that you're releasing at this time, and it kind of comes as a surprise, it feels. It may come as a surprise to other people. So I almost feel like I feel like if you're talking to somebody, it takes them by surprise by you saying, it's like you pulling your power back and you standing in your power takes somebody by surprise. And I don't know if they considered that you had that ability. It almost feels like they look at you, they look down on you. I'm like looking down on somebody. It's almost like they're looking down on you. And that's not something that jives for you anymore, And so with the Tower here, I feel like you've had enough, and that's fair. You've had enough and you let it go. And with the Four of Pentacles, you're not really letting things in that are going to persist in that arena. You're not interested in creating more and more toxic connections. You're not interested in upholding them. If anything, you're more so geared on being with your inner self. And I think that can be a little bit difficult sometimes too, Gemini, just because I don't want to generalize with everybody, especially being an air sign. You guys are air signs, but like, I think it's really important for you to be able to connect deeper with your emotions and feelings. Sometimes it's hard to piece that together, especially when we're being very cerebral about that energy. So be conscious of that. Be aware of those types of, attachments. And also be available to looking at things through a different lens, being compassionate with yourself. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Queen of Cups. So that energy is about compassion, nurturing, loving. Do that with yourself. Be there. And I love the fact that she's here too with the High Priestess, just because it talks a lot about spirituality. Spirituality and awareness, being available to things, being available to new information that you had no idea that was there, but can change your life, Be persistent in your pursuits when it comes to that kind of stuff. Allow yourself to step into psychic roles, meditate, be in, speak out clearly before you go to bed so that you can, ask to access your dreams. You can ask to be shown certain things. What am I here to do? What is this path taking me on? Dear angels, dear guides, dear God, dear goddess, dear family members that have passed on, everybody that knows my path and knows the direction I'm supposed to be in. Which direction do I go in? Please clearly set... Please clearly set me on the path that I am supposed to go in. Show me these paths. Make me available to my life. Open these things up. These things can come through. Okay, so I'm feeling a very big ambivalence here right now. Like, don't tell me what to do. It's the devil energy in reverse. Let it go. When we try to control things, it persists. Just let it go. You have a lot of change happening here. Especially with this Libran energy right now, this Venusian energy, the moon happening. It's about purging. It's about releasing a lot of things so we can be in a better heart space, so we can be in a better space within ourselves to experience compassion, love, connection, but also with ourselves. I feel here that like you're embracing a new aspect of you, something that you haven't done before, or if it has been in you, it's been latent, and now it's like these things are coming up. We have this fire energy of forward movement, trusting yourself, trusting the direction that you're going in, trusting your spirit. And the death card, it's a full transformation, if you look at this little death card, and then the Ace of Cups underneath that, if you look at this death card, it's a flower. You've got death offering you a flower, a rose. So what does that mean? Okay, so with death offering a rose, we have this transformation. It's intentional, and we're being given a white rose. It's about purity, peace, change, again, psychic ability, awareness, a lot of different things. I like that the Ace of Cups is under there too, just because it really tells me that there is a focus on personal healing, spiritual healing, emotional healing, and also making yourself, when we do those things, and when we get right with ourselves, when we are able to be at peace with ourselves, we open our energy up, we flow easier with people, relationships come into our lives that are supposed to be there. It's like we cut ties and bonds with a lot of excessive junk that just kind of, stays with us for so long. It's like sludge, you have to let it go. And I want to say, this almost seems like a new chapter in your life for some of you. And I feel also, too, some of you may be feeling guilty about that, leaving, moving forward, doing something different, But I really want to encourage you to expand your horizons, your viewpoints, how you think of things. Make yourself available to new opportunities, and make yourself available to your inner world. That's very important here, Gemini. I think that's going to be healthy for you guys, okay? So let me get some other clarifiers here. Actually, what do I want? Actually, show me the devil. Okay, so you have resurrection. Yeah. What does that say? Progress, renewal, sun. So it's an illumination. Again, kind of the energy that, well, not even kind of, it's very much the energy that I was talking about earlier. It's like an intentional release of things, the things that are holding us back, holding us down, connections with people who put us down, us allowing ourselves to be put down by these people. I feel like this resurrection energy is beautiful just because it offers you the chance to change. It offers you the opportunity to progress, renew. The sun, what is the sun card? It's the most positive card in the deck. So when we come through this darkness, we are met with this beautiful light, this beautiful insight, this change and shift in our perception of ourselves and the world. I will say too, it's interesting just because I feel like you guys need to... Hang on, the creaking is throwing me off. Okay, so I feel like you guys need to put on a bit of armor, okay? And when I mean that armor, like, I don't mean like go to battle, but like you need something to deflect because it feels like you're going to kind of get people coming at you or challenging what you're doing, challenging your beliefs now, challenging what you're venturing into. And I feel like that's kind of a very clear message to you that this is where I need to definitely get off the train. This is where I definitely need to get moving this way, you know? And I feel like you're a very gentle person here, or whomever I'm talking to. There's a gentleness about you that is considerate and loving towards the people that you know and you love, but you can't live your life by their standards. You can't live your life by their traditions. You cannot live your life by their expectations. It's unfair to you, okay? And I feel like you're letting go a lot of that, okay? What do I need? Show me the Seven of Swords. So for the Seven of Swords, you have the Seven of Pentacles coming out here, Gemini. So that energy is telling me that you've had enough, you've evaluated plenty, you're ready to do what you need to do, and you're moving on. You're, you're assessing a situation, and making the best of it. Is this situation is it what I've contributed to it? Is it giving me back what I need? Is it done? I feel like it's done and over, and I feel like you know when to step away, because you also have this Two of Wands here at the bottom of the deck for that. So new direction, new choices, new opportunities. I love that. I want advice for you guys. Okay. Any advice for Gemini? Change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. This is everything that we're talking about here. So be available to your new energy. Be available to the energies that are presenting themselves to you. And also be happy about it here, Gemini. This is a good thing, okay? This shift is good. It leads you to connections that are for you. I feel like it also... Okay, so that's an interesting message. Okay, so what I'm being told is that it will lead you to an energy where, like, it's like either you become part of a couple, but then there's another couple. So 4 people then? For some of you, this is not for every single Gemini, but for some of you, there will be like either you'll enter into a new relationship and there will be another couple. I don't feel like I'm talking about like polyamory. If that is what it is, that's fine. If that is your personal choice, if that is your decision as an adult, totally fine. If everybody's on the same page, great. But what I'm feeling is like you eventually meet people or a person and you connect with that person. And then there's another couple that helps out, or there's another connection that helps out. It's either friends or something like that, but it's moving forward in the future. There's something about that there. So for some of you, not everybody, but I really want to emphasize here, be careful about how you hold on to guilt. Be careful about how you worry about ruffling feathers, because you have to ruffle feathers. You have to crack some eggs. You have to get the fuck out of Dodge. There's an importance here. And right now it feels like you're kind of establishing the connection to a new life chapter. So that's what I have for you. I hope that this was helpful. I know it's kind of a off-the-wall reading, but, I can't control how they come out. So, yeah, I'm going to leave it here. I hope this is good for you guys. If you like it, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to donate, it helps me. And I'm not taking any personal readings right now because of my neck and my arm. But, yeah, I hope everything's well for you guys. All right? Love you. Take care. Bye.